Polls suggest Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew is one of Canada's most popular politicians. This former party member suggests Kinew is more of a populist politician. Chris Wiebe ran as the NDP candidate in Dawson Trail in the last election and served as a party vice president. But he quit the NDP this spring, citing Kinew's leadership style and the party's direction.
They campaigned as progressives, but they're governing as conservatives.
Wiebe says he's upset the NDP continued some PC tax cuts and have done little on climate change. He says he's most upset Kinew is now entertaining the idea of expanding oil and gas pipelines.
We had multiple meetings with Mr. Kinew throughout the campaign as candidates to talk about policy, and one of his lines in the sand was no more pipelines.
When CBC News asked Kinew about this today, he rejected the question.
It's a big tent, and there's room for everybody on board Team Manitoba.
Wiebe says there's no room for someone like him, who was inspired to enter politics by the late Transcona Social Democrat Bill Blakey. Wiebe says Kinew has turned his back on those principles.
We're living through a third age of Pallister. I think that it's an austerity budget that they've given us, and healthcare is not getting better. Education is not getting better. We're struggling for post-secondary education. So I don't see much of a difference between us and the Conservatives.
The Premier laughed off any parallel to Pallister.
Anyone who's seen me try to play basketball would reject the comparison to Brian Pallister, and for what it's worth, I've never seen Brian Pallister put on a pair of skates.
According to Manitoba's most senior political observer, criticism from someone as sober-minded as Chris Wiebe should be taken seriously.
This is not an angry, disgruntled individual like Mark Wassilou, whose ambitions were blunted by Kinew's decision to exclude him from cabinet and then has gone on rants on social media attacking the leader. This is somebody who's a reflective, serious person.
Paul Thomas says it's clear the Kinew government is focused on popularity. That, he says, may come at the expense of making tough decisions. Bart Lekivas, CBC News, Winnipeg.